Rambling report. The 911 this week is canceled. I recorded the video and the file was corrupted on my phone, and I deleted my notes, and I just, all in all, it wasn't that much going on. It really wasn't. Actually, let me just go ahead and say the whole big thing about, you know, that episode was, you know, Henrietta's son's mama, the biological mother, came back into the picture with the biological father. And it was a whole big to-do of will he or won't, won't she try to take the baby back? But she signed away the rights, so I don't know why that was a whole big debate. And all in all, the father said, y'all doing all right, just let me know when I can see the baby. And that was it. That was literally it. That was the whole episode. I mean, there was a woman who was hanging up the phone or whatever, you know, at the 911 operations center. She got fired and she got mad. But, you know, honestly, I'm not going back over there. I'm not going back over the review. YouTube is trying me. They're playing games with my money. I'm over the threshold for the month. I was supposed to have gotten a check sometime around, you know, here, and ain't no check in my account. I went over to the website, to AdSense, Google AdSense. They said I'm well below the threshold, which is a lie. And then I went over to YouTube and it says I'm above the threshold. So I'm just like, girl, why is AdSense playing games? So that's why I have a piece of an attitude on today. And why my voice is so deep, because I don't feel like giving you girls, you know, show Kayla right now. I'm not in the mood. But anyway, we're on bscott.com and we're going to talk about this. Diddy has a new girlfriend. She's a 26-year-old model named Jocelyn Chu. Congratulations. Amy Schumer is pregnant. If I did care, it wouldn't be a positive care. That baby's going to suffer. We have all had to suffer with Amy Schumer for low, what, 4-5 years? She's been in, you know, mainstream and all over the place and getting on our nerves. We've had to suffer for that long. This baby gonna have to suffer for its whole life, or for Amy's whole life. God help it. Somebody help that baby. Spice has bleached her skin, I guess. I blame Vybz Kartel, the light one, not the dark one. I just don't understand what we're doing or why. Spice was beautiful before she was my shade. I don't know why I opened up Facebook this morning and Spice was looking, went from pepper to salt. Like, it didn't make no sense to me. It made absolutely no sense to me. Spice, whatever you're doing needs to reverse it, because girl, you look a fool. You look a fool. Former NFL player Ray Caruth, is it Caruth? Released from prison 18 years after having his pregnant girlfriend killed. Well, he served his time. Kylie Jenner sued by Sheree Cosmetics. Kylie Jenner sued by Sheree Cosmetics for allegedly stealing an eyeshadow collection. I'm gonna have to click the link because maybe this is Sheree Cosmetics. Because I know this is not Sheree Whitfield. I know this is not Bob Whitfield's ex-wife. I know that. That's what I know for sure. Let me look here. A company called Sheree Cosmetics, I'm assuming. Girl, okay. I'm not even gonna read the whole story. I just know I didn't see Bob Whitfield's ex-wife in this photograph. And I'm taking it to mean it wasn't her. Let's see now. Witches gather to hex Brett Kavanaugh at Brooklyn bookstore. Listen, you must do what you must do. That's what they do. Get together and hex folks, then go and get together and hex Brett. It didn't make no, it didn't bother me none. Because they don't, you know, witches don't be cussing out, well, they might, but I ain't never seen a witch cuss out a Christian for praying for the state of the world, so I'm not going to cuss out a witch for hexing Brett Kavanaugh. Do you, sis? Do you? Cassie and Diddy want you to know. Well, I'm not going to click the link to see what they want me to know, but if you want to know, go on over to bscott.com. It was posted on October 21st at 9:12 p.m. You can find out yourself, because I don't care. Something about LMA, I don't care. Like, I'm happy for LMA. Oh, girl, the bumps. I'm happy for LMA and, you know, her success. Like I said, I've been listening to her since way before Boo'd Up, and Boo'd Up is my least favorite LMA song, so I'm giving her time to get Boo'd Up, and you know, Trip was okay, but the girls are stuck on Boo'd Up, so I'm letting everybody have that, and then maybe I can get back into LMA. But right now, you know, she ain't at the top of my list for bops. Down is my favorite song by her. Not my favorite song ever. We all know my favorite song ever, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. I think aware of that. But I'm gonna let y'all have Ella Mai. Treat her right while you got her now. Treat her right while you have her. And yeah, that's it. I'm not talking about that. Paula Abdul took a tumble. It's really just the curse of Whitney. Whitney got on stage and pushed her over. That's all that is. It might have been Sissy. Sissy ain't even dead yet, but her spirit is roaming the earth, so Sissy probably pushed her over. Just, you know, took her on down. Now, if Janet falls, we'll know it was Sissy. We'll know. Actually, it was probably Sissy. Sissy probably got together with them witches down in Brooklyn and prayed for Janet Jackson Titty to pop out at the Super Bowl. I'm feeling like that was Sissy Houston that did that. She don't like Janet. She don't see it for Jan. Moving along, uncredited songwriter wins $44 million for co-writing Usher's Bad Girl. I also co-write the song. I will be seeking legal action. Secondly, I don't know that song. What is Bad Girl? How it go? I'm not gonna Google it or nothing, but somebody put a lyric down in the comments. Maybe I'll be able to catch it. What is Bad Girl? What year that come out? What album that was on? Somebody let me know. But don't hurt yourself trying to find out if you don't know, honey. Don't hurt yourself. You know, if I stay in my lane, we won't have these problems. I believe that's somewhere in the Bible. Stay in your lane, you won't have these problems. Ephesians. Let me stop. I don't care. Somebody's college, what is this? Clemson University apartment floor collapses during party. Dozens of students injured. This is probably the 4th time in the past, I'm gonna say 24 months. I'm gonna give it 2 years that I've seen a college floor or ceiling fall in while the girls were having a good time at the function. I want you girls to know that when your mom and daddy was in college, they were building buildings differently. They were making buildings different. Okay, they don't make it. The material ain't as sturdy as they were back in the day. So you can't have all your good girlfriends over and y'all be, and they wasn't dancing as the dances weren't as bouncy. You know, now the girls are twerking, they're standing on their heads and all of that. You know, back when your mom and dad, they was doing the Cabbage Patch. It was really more arms. They were giving you more arms in the 80s. You know, more arms. Every move, you know, the wop, it was all arm. See, you girls are dancing with your feet now and breaking through these floors. Y'all need to have these parties out in fields where the ground is more sturdy. I done told you. Tina Turner opens up about her son's suicide. She still doesn't know what took him to the edge. Well, when people die, we never know what took them to the edge, generally. I mean, they can write a whole note, they can write a whole book, they can call you and tell you in particular, hey girl, gonna kill myself this Thursday because, you know, things aren't right or just not in the mood. But we don't know what exactly took them to the edge. We don't know. I'm watching a million little things and we still sitting here trying to figure out why John has done what he's done. We're just sitting here trying to figure it out. I'm not talking about this. Girl, why would you get on the freeway in front of me going slow boots? Now I can't get over because it's a truck. Ah! Why would you do this? Who invited you to the freeway? Who extended an invitation for you to get on the freeway? With all of this carrying on with your flashes, your blinkers on. Girl, we are on a part of town where you personally can take the back roads. You don't have to be on the freeway with these antics and foolishness. Nobody has time. Ugh, the ghetto. They didn't want to look at me while I'm looking at you. You keep your eyes forward while I'm staring you down. Niggas. Anyway, I read the story. Because I don't know what you're going to do if you got to get over because you're stuck in that lane. Because ain't nobody going to let you over what you're carrying on. Now you, I wasn't letting you over. Because you didn't have on a blink. I didn't know you were supposed to be getting over. Oh, you niggas. The ghetto. I haven't driven in probably a week. And and you. And what the hell? What are you going through, niece? Girl. So I read the story yesterday and was over it. I thought it was funny at first, but then it wasn't funny. 75-year-old grandmother, which, ooh, the ghetto. My grandmama is over 70 herself, and she don't look like this. But everybody ain't my grandma, and we have to know that. Shoots her grandson in the leg for repeatedly putting his cup on her table. Now, when I first heard the story, I'm picturing a grandchild probably about my age. You know, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You know, somewhere, because I'm around that age. I'm in the 24 to 30. funny to me because it's like, girl, your grandmama done told you. Your grandmama told you to stop putting that cup on her table like that. You know that's real wood. But when I read the story, I found out that it was a minor that she shot in the leg, and that wasn't as funny to me. We don't shoot children in the leg. We shouldn't shoot nobody, and I shouldn't have found it funny the first time. But as somebody who grew up with coasters and is very religious about using a coaster or a napkin or something under my drink, you know, when I heard it, I was like, well, your grandmama told you. It says you repeatedly put the cup on the furniture. Your grandmama told you. But for a minor, like, I wasn't feeling that. Let's move it along. I don't care about Diddy. I really don't. Alicia Keys surprised his husband, Swizz Beatz, with a new Aston Martin for his 40th birthday. First of all, the most shocking thing in this, there are two things that really surprised me about this story. Number one is that Alicia Keys has a husband. It always takes me by surprise. It shocks me every time. Every time I hear it, every time I think about it, every time I read it, every time I see them together, I'm like, oh yeah. Huh. She put down her homosexuality for Swizz Beatz of all beats. And the second most shocking thing about this story is that Swizz Beatz is just now turning 40. Girl, I thought he was 40 back when he was on Tambourine by Eve. Girl, what is they drinking over there that got Swizz Beatz looking like he's 78? What kind of carrying on? No God. No God. That means that he was 30 when Alicia Keys stole that man from his wife. Which, you know, a lesbian will do it. Lesbians like to steal men just to prove that they can. That's one of their favorite pastimes, I've heard. But he was 30 when she stole that man, and he looked a good 50 then. Ooh, the ghetto. Ashanti's concert was canceled. I disagree with y'all treating Ashanti like you do. I disagree with it. Ashanti has given you, if you are my age or older, Ashanti has given you all your bops. When you were growing up, she gave you all your bops. Wouldn't have been no Coach Carter without Ashanti. So not only did she give you a bop, she gave you a visual. Because couldn't nobody ever have played that role like Ashanti in Coach Carter. Because this is milk, butter, and eggs, Kenyan. Milk, butter, and eggs. The ghetto. Y'all mistreat Ashanti. She only sold 24 tickets to this concert. And okay, first of all, Ashanti is aware that the masses mistreat her. I want Ashanti to start doing more intimate tours. I want her to hop on with, the other girls. Get on with SWV. Get in there with Tamar. And just sing you a couple songs with them because they not doing sold out tours. Now I know that they lied to y'all. Mona Scott Young got up on the stage in Atlanta and lied to everybody saying that Escape did all sold out tours. But I was at one of the Escape concerts, and I guarantee it was not sold out. I can tell you for certain that it was not sold out. It was a bunch of niggas there, I promise you that, but it wasn't sold out. It wasn't. I was there. I was up close, looking upon their faces, and looking around the arena. And look, the arena was not full to capacity. It was not sold out. There were still tickets available at the window. You walk up to the window and say, hey girl, I want some tickets. What you got going on in there? They would have given you some tickets. It was not sold out. So get on with Escape. Didn't Ashanti do some music with So So Def? Why is she not on the So So Def tour? Anyway, y'all need to treat Ashanti better, and Ashanti also needs to treat herself better by getting on these little smaller tours and tacking her name on with some other folks. Tack your name on with other people. Because you and Ja Rule together by yourselves, that ain't it, niece. Because we don't care about Ja Rule. We don't care about Ja Rule. Iowa basketball coach admits to sexually exploiting and abusing over 400 boys. I hope he gets caught on fire. Why is my mama calling me? What does she want? We just talked. Hold on. Hello? What? 18 by 24? Alright. The girls out here driving like they ain't got no sense. Why are you going so slow? I need to get over, but I can't get over because you are going so slow. Jesus Christ. The speed limit is not where you are. You're not at the limit. Get to the limit. Corbin Blue said back in 2008 He said, push it to the limit. Push it to the limit. Limit, he reiterated. Push it, and limit. You're not there. Getting on my nerves today. This is why I try not to drive. Luke Cage was canceled. Luke Cage was also boring. If we're being completely and totally honest. I want to see a show about Misty. Give me a Misty Knight show. Girl, if you don't get over, you wear me out, G. You wearing me out. First of all, you're not driving the limit. Second of all, you're not getting over. You got too many little problems with you. Anyway, yeah. Give me a show about Misty. Because Luke was boring. All Luke did was slap folks clap and, you know, knock him out with his hand clap and be bulletproof and say he wasn't gonna kill nobody. Like, girl, okay, then you're boring. You got a lot of super strength and all of that, but when you have opportunities to kill villains who say, if you don't kill me, I'm gonna keep coming for you, that's when you kill them. You kill him. But he wasn't killing nobody. He was just trying to be righteous and just. And I mean, that's cute for you, but it's not cute for TV. It's boring. Give me a show about Misty. Bring Claire on because, you know, we love her. And really, y'all can keep fake Faith Evans. Antoinette Smith, who played Faith Evans in the Notorious movie. Bring her back and have just, you know, have just that. And what they have going on in their everyday lives as Misty, you know, fights with this new arm. That's what we're interested in. Because, girl, Luke Cage was boring. It was boring. Only time I was interested was when Misty was on there and she was, you know, fighting the girls. And she was, even when she was out in you know, in the court playing ball, I was like, okay, this is more interesting than Luke. I ain't care nothing about him. I ain't care nothing about his daddy. May he rest in peace. May he rest. The actor that played his daddy, not his daddy. But it just, girl, you know, it was interesting at first because it was Blake. And, you know, we ain't had too much Blakeness out there. But when you really think about Luke Cage as a character, he was boring. He was boring. He didn't do nothing. Kim Kardashian says she's uncomfortable talking about sex. There's a lot of people who have sex who are uncomfortable talking about sex. A lot of folks. All y'all's Christian mamas. All of them. They dip it low, pick it up slow. But they don't talk about it. I don't know why we shocked. Like, people's personas as far as what we see and who they are very often never align. So I don't know. Queen Latifah got a new baby mama. Queen Latifah allegedly and her girlfriend, whom I can't remember her name, but they've been together for years, honey, years. They are expecting, allegedly. You know, like very much like Janet Jackson said, until you hear it from my lips. So until I hear it from Queen Latifah's ponytail, I personally, you know, I'm not gonna put too much stock in it, but you know, whatever. Congrats. What's the woman's name? Ebony Nichols. So yeah, it's good for them. Floyd Mayweather did something with money. Drake and Travis Scott dropped Sicko Mode video and 16 other New Music Friday songs. When Big Scott start doing New Music Friday? Okay, girl. But I'm not gonna watch that video because I don't care. Cardi B hands out free winter coats in Brooklyn. Well, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. LaToya Luckett recalls being fired from Destiny's Child. Management made a decision. Now, that's not the story that has been given for 20-something years now. For, what, 17, 18 years, they've been saying, LaToya and Latavia have been saying that they decided to step down. Now, she was fired. Now, LaToya, you know I love you. You know you are that girl. You know you're actually probably my favorite Destiny's Child member. Because Beyonce don't count. Beyonce don't count. Beyonce has been Beyonce the whole time. She was in Destiny's Child, but she was Beyonce. Kelly also doesn't count because she's that girl. But out of the rest of the girls, the other, what, three. LaToya, you are my absolute favorite. I listen to your music constantly. I watch you on, you know, all the little shows you be on. I even sometimes pop in The Preacher's Wife and see what, you know, watch that all over again and be mad at Tank. Because that movie really could have went a different way. I may watch and review Preacher's Wife for y'all. Because honestly, it just looked like a homosexual that was mad about being gay and beating on women because he didn't want to live his, you know, his best life, as the folks say. But anyway, not my business. Not my business. LaToya, girl, you know I love you with every fiber of my being, every piece of it. But this sounds like a lot of me. It sounds like a lot. Either somebody was lying about, because I can't say that I've heard LaToya say out of her mouth that she, you know, walked away from Destiny's Child. But the story for nearly 20 years has been that you you personally, you and Latavia, stepped down from Destiny's Child of your own volition. Y'all decided to leave the group. And now we talking about you was fired. So I'm gonna have to watch the video, you know, the interview and see what's going on. This wig is ugly, but we love you. We love you anyhow. Dave East said his good looks helped him while he was homeless. He is good looking. And I said on Facebook that, you know, I probably would have let him stay in my shed in the backyard. He can't come in the house, because I got better sense than that. But the shed, you can stay in the shed. Yeah, we'll make you a pallet and everything. We'll get you a space heater. You'll be all right. I don't know who Jay Prince is, and I don't care. I don't care. Rihanna reportedly declined Super Bowl halftime show offer in support of Colin Kaepernick. Because I don't, is it Kaepernick? Like, I'm not sure. But, you know, congratulations to her. I think Cardi B said she won't be performing with Maroon 5 because of that. I might have just made that up. I might have, but I remember seeing something similar to that. Let's see. Fired NYPD officer who asked a woman out after he arrested her is suing to get his job back. Well, that headline didn't tell me anything that I needed to know, but I found myself unable to care enough to look it up. And that's where we are. Tiffany Haddish says she stopped having suicidal thoughts when her stepfather revealed he tried to kill her in the car accident that almost killed her mother. Again, a lot in the title. Not really answering any of the questions that I have. But I'm not going to click the link. I'm not going to click the link. Mother of baby girl who was stabbed and then put in a hot oven by her grandmother speaks. Says her heart has been ripped out. Obviously, these grandmamas out here. Look. Listen. I don't even... The Lord is coming back faster than this. Do you hear me now? Love and hip-hop star Tommy Lee arrested twice in 24 hours. Now charged with aggravated stalking and obstruction of an officer. Can you obstruct an officer? Let me look up obstruction, because maybe I'm not understanding what all the word can mean. Obstruction. Something that obstructs, blocks, or closes up with an obstacle or obstacles. Obstacle or hindrance. An act or insistence of obstructing. The state of being obstructed. Let me just go to obstructed. To block or close up with obstacles, to interrupt, hinder, or oppose the passage, progress, course, etc. So, what, the officer was trying to get in or out of a door and she was standing in front of it? Like, I don't understand. I'm confused. Anyway. Oh, Mariah Carey dropped a new song a couple days ago and I ain't heard. Y'all are just trying to let my mother flop. Because why is it that she dropped a song and I didn't hear it? Because it's featuring Ty Dolla $ign. That's probably why. Because listen. I don't be in the mood. I don't be in the mood. Fran Drescher is in active talks with Cardi B's reps about a possible The Nanny reboot. I'm gonna watch it because it's Fran, but I don't love it. I don't love the idea. I don't love the idea. The thing about it is, The Nanny is one of those shows that I used to watch every single night. You know, Fran Drescher is one of those people that I followed past The Nanny. You know, there are those TV shows that you watch and you don't really keep up with what the actors and actresses were doing. Like Full House. Don't nobody care what Jodie Sweetin was doing between Full House and Fuller House. We just happy she done got off the drugs. You know, or even Family Matters. Who really was checking for Eddie Winslow between Family Matters and Star? And between Star and Now, to be honest. Like, who was checking for Laura Winslow? Who? Myrtle. Is Myrtle there? One of them is passed on. But the thing is, who was checking for... Oh, girl, I forgot to put on my earrings. I'm naked. These people. For me, I kept up with Fran. I watched, you know, The Nanny. I watched the show she did about her gay husband. You know, I've seen her on... She was on Broad City, and I lived... Like, she plays the auntie. Like, I love Fran Drescher. She follows me on Twitter. We love each other. We love each other. She sent me a wink one time when I was talking about how much I loved her. Like, we have a rapport. But Cardi B and Fran, like, it's just, first of all, it's far too different. Second of all, Cardi B is not white. Like, she's not white. I would probably be better to play Fran's daughter than Cardi B. It's just, oh, girl, I'm cute. Hey. You know when you just be cute, you smile and you look at yourself and you're like, you know, you may be having a bad day. Things may be awful. YouTube may be trying it with you, but you're cute. And that's what matters. Anyway, like people keep saying, can you imagine Fran and Cardi laughing at the same time? And I'm like, I don't want to imagine that. I don't want to imagine that. I'm uninterested. Plus, is this going to be a The Nanny reboot? Or is this going to be a The Nanny continuation? Because Fuller House is a continuation show where, you know, Full House did its thing, it ran its course, and it ended, and then Fuller House came back. And again, I've never watched Fuller House in my life. I just know the premise of the show. They came back older. They came back as the same characters, just in a different time. You know? Girl, the ghetto. What is going on? Okay, it's a car over there. I'm like, what is flashing back there, Lord? Is it an alien invasion? Who knows? A reboot would imply that the show would be starting over. Like Charmed. Charmed is supposed to be a reboot, and I watched it. Terrible acting. I'm gonna keep up with it though, because it looks like it's gonna be my guilty pleasure. That's just the way it's looking to me. But the acting is horrible. Horrible. But it's got a black girl in it as a main character, so you know I got to try to support. Try to. But anyway, a reboot is like when the show starts over. And, you know, you may or may not have the same named characters, but basically it's not a continuation of the show. What I'm looking for, if The Nanny's going to do this with Fran and Carden's Beatrice, I'm looking for a continuation of The Nanny. Because a reboot ain't going to make sense. But then a continuation ain't going to make sense either, because at the end, but I don't know, Will and Grace kind of continued, and they just made their last episode be like, girl, that didn't even happen. So I don't know. But having Fran be the mother of The Nanny, to me, as far as like making a reboot where the show is starting over completely, I mean, I'm sure it'll be funny, but when you think about Fran's mom on the show and how she was so much older, like, you know, you know, it just, Fran's mom was of a particular age, Fran's grandma was of a particular age, and that's kind of what made it funny. They were hunched over, and it was just like these little bitty, like teeny tiny little shrill old women. And that just kind of brought to the humor. So it just, I don't know, girl. I don't know. But a continuation, because Fran had twins. She had twins. So we would have to have 2 Carden's Beatrices at the very least. But I think it was boy-girl twins. So we could bring in I don't know, girl. I don't know. I've spent way too much time talking about it, though. Netflix buys Family Reunion series starring Tia Mowry. She's the one we like. And Loretta Devine, features an all-black writer's room. Okay. Family Reunion as a series sounds stupid. Because a family reunion is movie material at best. We cannot have an elongated series unless the series premise is this. And follow me, because I'm black and I've seen a lot of movies by and for black people. We was watching one in my great-grandmama's house last night. For it to work as a series, it would have to not actually be a family reunion. It would have to be centered around Loretta Devine as the grandmama. Or the mama, depending, but she plays a good grandmama. And she was a grandmama in that movie we was watching last night. And the family is going through all this discourse. And each episode kind of focuses on the family's individual discourses rather than the family getting together having a cookout, because that's not a show. But I'm gonna watch the show and we gonna see. We gonna see. And as we know, I'm writing my series, which will be picked up by Netflix and or HBO. And or I can do 2, honestly. Netflix can call me for this one and HBO can call me for this one. It's really not a problem. It's really not. So I'm speaking that into existence, and we're gonna see what the girls have going on this show. Orange is the New Black announces its final season set for 2019. I thought we all knew that. But when they announced it, everybody was just like, oh my God. Oh, it's the final season. I was like, but we didn't know that. I ain't even watched the last 2 seasons and I knew that. I knew they were stopping at season, what is it, 7? Pretty sure that we all were aware, but okay. I'm not talking about Cassie and Diddy no more. I'm not talking about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj no more. LaToya Luckett is having a baby. We knew that. Zoe Saldana hosts haunted open house. Forces assistants to pick up ghost dog poop. It's very rare that I click on anything that Zoe Saldana has going on, and today is one of those days where I'm continuing with my life. I'm going to do exactly as I always do and scroll on by. Oh, here's Eddie Winslow now. Well, now that I've seen his face, we can go ahead and end the video. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, share. Nobody shares these videos. Nobody really likes them either, but, you know, Such is life. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.